let's turn our attention, Femi, to this week. Let's start in college football, where the slate is incredible. Ohio State laying 15.5 at Illinois. Bama laying 3 at Mizzou. Oregon, 7.5 against Indiana. Texas and Red River, 2.5 against Oklahoma. USC, 2.5 against Bryce Underwood in Michigan. Anything stand out to you? Any early bets that you like for this weekend in college football?
Yeah, it's the Big Ten game, Indiana and Oregon. And I'm just going to continue to wait to see if more Indiana money hits the market this week. But I like Oregon quite a bit. We see these spots for these East Coast teams. I know obviously Indiana's not like East Coast, but the Eastern time zone, having to go all the way out to the West Coast. I mean, shout out to Penn State, making that trip from Pennsylvania to LA just to get destroyed by a winless UCLA team. But these are two difficult road trips for these teams in the Eastern time zone. And we get this effect in the Big Ten, which is really interesting from a betting standpoint. But I think Oregon in these kinds of games, like at home, they're looking to lay a number on somebody. I think Oregon wins by double digits. If this continues to go down, which I think it will, because Indiana's looked awesome this year. And like, you can't throw shade. It's not like last year where it's like, oh, Indiana, look at the schedule, it's weak. No, they have like legit wins this year. Like what they did to Illinois, that's aging pretty well over the last couple of weeks, and they throttled them. Granted, Illinois had a bunch of injuries though on the secondary, but Oregon is a bet for me. I'm just waiting to see the right entry point. If it gets to 7, obviously I'd love it. Even at 7.5 or 8.5, I still like it quite a bit. And the game that I'm definitely going to be sweating in the night session at 7:30 Eastern is USC. Like USC laying the 2.5 against Michigan. If I had to bet the game, I would bet USC at that number. Obviously, a massive game with CFP implications for both teams. Michigan, if they win, they might be on the path to the CFP. If USC can get this game, maybe they can get onto a path for a potential CFP berth. But USC under a field goal is a bet as well. So the two West Coast teams, Oregon and SC, is where I'm probably going to be betting my money on Saturday afternoon.
Ooh. Well, we'll be opposite on at least one of those games. I basically have Michigan money line already because I have Michigan to make the playoff, and like that bet basically hinges on Michigan winning this game. If Michigan wins this game, then like the rest of the schedule is pretty cake up until Ohio State, where they'll probably lose. But like a 2-loss Michigan team that loses to Oklahoma on the road and then to Ohio State, like I think makes it. No.
I think they do make it. Yeah, if you just lose to Ohio State, like you should be good.
What does your dog think?
I don't know what the hell she was looking at. I think somebody drove by or something. I don't know. I mean,
well, dogs do get rattled by all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Will the dogs be barking?
Give her another edibite
in college football?
Perhaps.
So, we'll be opposite on that game. I'm going to be on Michigan. Otherwise, is Bama like the most, and I think I'm going to make the bet. Is Bama 3 at Mizzou? I hate this expression, but I'll use it. Is this like a trap line with how well Bama's looked? If so, like I'm walking into the trap. Like I'm going to bet Alabama.
I don't think it's a trap. Now, Mizzou with Ahmad Hardy, like he's been unbelievable at running back. Their team is really good.
Matt's brother?
Of course, the Hardy boys. DeBoer wins these games. Like the game that you have to be concerned about with DeBoer is what we just saw this past Saturday against Vanderbilt. That's the game that you need to kind of be scared when they're the big favorite. And they covered. Which unbelievable.
I think they did that they did it on purpose, right? With the Jam Miller touchdown, which like meant nothing to like the result of the game.
I don't think DeBoer is calling the plays or Ryan Grubb is calling the plays saying like, hey, let's go out there and cover the number. But like once Jam Miller sees the floodgates open, he's going to go score. I'll tell you what. Like, I don't know about that. And they lost to Vandy last year, and like Pavia's been running his mouth. I'll just say I have no inside information. Just saying, like they didn't have to score that touchdown, and they did. It had no impact on the game, and they covered the number. So I do like Alabama. It would be Bama or pass for me. I'm not betting Missouri in this game. This is like Tyler put in the chat. Like this is when we want to back Kalen DeBoer in these kinds of games.
How is the best bet on the board? And I just want to see what the price is. See if it's moved at all. Okay. Yes, it has. And in the direction that I like. The great college basketball game. These two teams actually played in the first 4, the year that UCLA went to the Final Four and lost to Gonzaga. And maybe the second greatest college basketball game ever played, UCLA-Gonzaga, behind only Duke and Kentucky in the regional final in 1992. And also, I think that's the greatest call of Jim Nance's career on the Jalen Suggs half-court buzzer beater in overtime. Oh, yes.
Did it go again?
Oh, yes. Unbelievable. Like, he didn't have time to, like, his line was, The rehearse line was the perfect season remains on go. Which is
Can't do it
terrible.
on that one.
No. And because it was so bang bang the play, like he couldn't do it. Like he had to just like be a human being in the moment. Jake, can you find that, please? Or Bill, Tyler? Can we find the Jim Nantz call of the Jalen Suggs buzzer beater of Gonzaga beating UCLA? The year that Baylor killed.
What's your favorite Nantz call? You have a favorite?
That one.
I mean, of the rehearsed ones.
I hate all
like
of
Rock
them.
Chalk Championship, or there's a new dean in college basketball.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. Who was the new dean in college basketball? Roy Williams?
That was when UNC, that was when Roy, it was Roy Williams' first title. Like the Sean May, Illinois. Raymond Felton squad. Yeah, when they beat Illinois. Like that was like the collision course that whole year. Like those
that's a good
two
line,
teams.
new dean in college basketball. You have to be a college basketball fan to get that, the Dean Smith reference, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought that one was really strong. Like Rock Chalk Championship, just because that was such a great game. And now here we are talking about college basketball. Nobody cares. But like that was like the Chalmers shot to tie it up on St. Derrick Rose.
We care. And our listeners and viewers are big sports fans. They get it. They understand. Yeah. So anyway,
see me next
Michigan
month.
State. What's
going on?
Michigan State's hosting UCLA this weekend. Michigan State lost to Nebraska, but covered. Shout out to Joey Kanish. That was my biggest bet of the weekend. Was Sparty plus 11.5, lost by 11. UCLA with the upset over Penn State. And the awesome clips on CBS, and I mean that sincerely, of Rick Neuheisel celebrating as his son Jerry, who's the interim offensive coordinator. They put 42 on Penn State, and like Penn State sucks. We don't have to do that whole deal. And despite that, Michigan State losing by 11 to Nebraska and UCLA beating Penn State. Michigan State is a 7.5-point home favorite. I bet them earlier. Now they're 8.5.
Ooh, Sparty party.
Sparty party. Yeah, we're partying in East Lansing, big time.
Their quarterback is pretty good, Aiden Childs. Like I watched a lot of that USC game. That was like a late night game.
How do you spell
a few
his
weeks
name?
ago. Aidan.
No, last name.
Aiden Childs. Oh, Chiles.
So he's like Jackie Childs, like who was the Johnny Cochran?
I don't know if I know
on Seinfeld.
Oh, I was like, I don't know who a Jackie.
I was trying to think. I try to think. Is this like Chris Child's son or Jackie Child's son? Like which one is it?
No, it's not. No relation to Chris Childs. no.
Former Knicks and Nets legendary point guard. Not really legendary Chris Childs.